How will I stop corruption in government? We've seen things locally with the ABC board. We, of course, just had Senator Soules admit to a crime. He's been convicted. He's not running again. We have our governor. We have local real estate developers that are all probably facing federal indictments. One thing that I think we can do immediately, because, sunshine is the best disinfectant. We have what are called open meeting and open records laws in North Carolina. For instance, look at what happened here locally with the ABC board. They violated the open meetings laws by having closed meetings. They violated the open records laws by not keeping minutes at those closed meetings. When we found that out and we said, hey, we want to know, first off, did you have a meeting? Well, it was closed. Well, it should have been open. What did you discuss there? Where are the notes from it? We didn't keep any. What's the punishment for that? There is none. The only thing that happens is, in the end, after a court proceeding, which you might get your attorney's fees paid for if you're an innocent law-abiding taxpayer who just wants to know what your government or some board is doing, some bureaucrat or politician, the end result is you may or may not get something, if there's anything, if they haven't already gotten rid of all the emails as the governor's office did for years, based upon the governor's direction to his staff. Let's get rid of all those things so we don't have to deal with them. One thing that we can do immediately in two bills that I'll put forward will be to put some teeth in those open records, open meetings laws. If you violate those laws, you will at least be found guilty of a Class 1 misdemeanor, which means you have to go to criminal court, you have to stand in front of a judge, and you can be put on probation. At some point, you can be put in jail. You can pay court costs, fines. You can have to do community service. You can do all those things that the average run-of-the-mill scofflaw has to do. That alone will then turn the tide for every bureaucrat, every member of any board, every politician to say, you know what? All of our meetings from now on will be open. All of our records will be open. The only time they will ever be closed is when our lawyer tells us that under the law, as he's read it and he has an opinion on it, it can now be closed. It will change overnight from being our presumption is closed to the presumption is opened. That alone will let the sunshine pour in. That will give us the ability to see everything our government's doing and to keep them on edge. It is ridiculous that the law-abiding citizen has to sit there and beg the government bureaucrat, politician, board member to let them see what's been conducted in their name. It should be the complete other way around. They should be offering all of those records forward. If those are denied you improperly, illegally, there should be criminal sanctions against the people who do that to you. Now there is not. When I get up there, I will do everything I can to change that and to make sure that we have the rights, not the government bureaucrats, not the politicians, not the appointed board members.